Good morning. Good morning. We welcome you to the Agape International Spiritual Center, founded and directed by Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. So grateful to have you join us today for our Way of Meditation service. Reverend Michael is away from the pulpit today, and as always, when he steps out, he leaves a stellar consciousness on the platform, and today that will be in the form of Agape Beckwith, Master Practitioner. Agape Beckwith is my go-to person when I need to remember truth with a capital T, and we will be greatly blessed by his Dharma talk and meditation practice. Before he comes out, we will have our daily reading and prayer facilitated by Reverend Martin Bonora, and he will be immediately followed by Akili.
Good morning, Agape family, and welcome, as Reverend Julie has said, welcome so warmly to this morning's Way of Meditation service. Our selected reading today is from, our selected reading this morning is from our August book of the month, This Thing Called You, by Ernest Holmes, and it can be found beginning on page 92. It's short, but it's beautiful and powerful. When everyone believed the world to be flat, they did not flatten the round world. When one man made up his mind that the world was really round, he did not resist the flat world because he knew that there was no such world. He set out to sail around the world he knew to be round. Through his act of faith, he discovered the truth about the round world. The fear and superstition of others did not deter him. The accumulated experience of the race could not bind him. The belief that the unknown oceans were filled with monsters did not frighten him. He knew the world was round and that he could sail around it. You have discovered the spiritual universe. Many others have discovered this same world, but each must make the discovery for themselves. You're going to have a lot of joy sailing around this world of yours. Don't fight the opinions of others or waste your time arguing over these things. Follow the inward gleam of your consciousness, and you will arrive. Please take a moment and become still and join me in this moment of communion with the divine presence in this thing that we know as prayer. And be still. And find a place of gratitude as I am grateful for that presence that is here, known as this journey that we are constantly arriving at. I am grateful for this opportunity to be present on this sailing ship that's going around the world, that's allowing for the magnificence of the divine to presence itself always and in all ways. I am grateful. And I know that I am the magnificence of the divine presence just as each and every one of us is, that there is no place where God is not, and I am that. I know this is true. And from this place of knowing, from this place of the absolute knowing, I bless this time that we have come together. I bless this thing called the Way of Meditation. I bless Agape Beckwith for showing up and allowing himself to be a channel of the divine that gives the perfect, absolutely magnificent message that all of us are here to hear. As he channels that divine, he sets his sail and he goes on the course of the beautiful aspect of life that's here known as this way of meditation, playing itself out beautifully, perfectly, absolutely. I bless this time together. And so it is. Amen. I didn't say either.
Okay. Grand Rising and good morning. Thank you, Reverend Martin. I just asked him, was he talking about Columbus or Leif Erikson or the ancient Africans that sailed around? And it's all a metaphor, as he said, for us to sail into our hearts and souls. So good morning, and how good it is to be here to speak for a few moments. As I think of my brother, Reverend Michael, knowing that where he is, we're just wrapping him in the light of his auric field, knowing that everything is working together for his cosmic and individual good. So this morning, we are at the eye of the storm. We were just speaking about the possibility of a hurricane. And such a perfect metaphor, literal and metaphorical, that at the core of our being, the I is the peace that passes human understanding. So we get to use that today through our meditative practice. And I'm thinking about what Carl Anderson said to my brother and to me one time, that be brief, brother, be brief. And when I spoke to my brother this morning, he said the same thing. So I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm going to speak about, very briefly, the power of meditation. And when we sit in our meditation practice, the fruits of that are focus and clarity and everything that comes with focus and clarity on the Christ self. We're seeking first the kingdom of heaven, and that is within us, and it is at hand. So it's not in the synagogue, it's not in the church, it's not in the mountaintops, although it is, but in truth, it's within us. So our practice of meditation, for the first time ever today, is just that, to move through the swirling winds of life, the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, and move to the center of our being, remembering that the presence of God is what cradles us, and the presence of God is what created us as its image, its likeness, and out of its substance. So if we remember that as we begin, as I'm remembering in this moment as a student of the Course in Miracles, it says, words will mean little now. We use them but as guides on which we do not now depend, because we seek direct experience of truth, love, and light alone. So with that intention, with that focus, we allow ourselves to be available, to be receptive, to set sail on our cosmic journey, anchored in the light and the love of our being. So yes, words will mean little now, but the still small voice will speak to us in a language that we all understand uniquely and are moved and inspired and uplifted, and yes, even guided by it. So I am giving thanks already in advance for what each of us, all across the Agape nation, all across people that will see this particular video, and all of us who will receive and feel the vibration of oneness that the practitioners and ministers and everyone, whether you're a practitioner or a minister across the globe, will center in and assist each other in remembering who we truly are and walk with an awareness that where we are, God, the Spirit, presence, the cosmic wonder, the nameless something is. We get to be the point of that. And I think that's enough. Be brief, brother, be brief. So, wherever you are, I ask you to make yourself comfortable. Perhaps put your feet flat upon the floor beneath you if you are able. If you are not, it matters not. Because one thing I know, we're not bodies. We have bodies. So we are pure spirit, and we're going to dive in and set sail back home. Om, the home from which we have come, in which we live, move, and have our being, and which we will return to. So thank you for being with us this morning. Let us meditate and allow the fruits of our meditation to flood our awareness this day, a new day at the eye of the hurricane. Let it be so. So we have our instructions. As it has been spoken and taught here at the Agape Center, meditation is an undistractable attention on that which is eternal and real. And how blessed we are to have the breath of God breathing us, that ever-present reminder that all we need do is turn to the breath with the awareness that in its simplest form, meditation is simply sitting and being. And in its expanded form, of course, we are connected to our cosmic awareness, cosmic consciousness, as we walk into self-realization. So I invite you to take, or not take, but receive 3 breaths in a conscious and deliberate way as we center down into our body and into our heart. And as I like to say and do, allow the petals of your heart to open as a lotus flower opens, allowing spirit access to its vehicle, its channel, which we are, heartful and mindful that we did not create ourselves. We have been wondrously and lovingly and powerfully created. So we dive deep now and express and experience the power of meditation. In this awareness, we lovingly and even joyfully let it be so, remembering this is our first time. Let it be so. So I invite you now to receive a soft breath as we bring our awareness back to the body temple and to the space we are in. As always, allowing the breath to be the loving and gentle reminder that we're always connected to the spirit within, never divorced, never disconnected, always connected. So I invite you to simply see and feel from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, the light pouring into your crown chakra and pouring through and penetrating all of your subtle bodies, from the intellectual body to the mental body to the emotional body and the physical body itself. As we stand in the light as pillars of light, allowing the light to flood our awareness and even now radiate and resonate across this planet. In league with Mother Earth as we lift and are lifted in conscious awareness that our life is the life of God. So we stand as gratitude and give thanks for this time spent in meditation, connected with all of our brothers and sisters and others across the planet. We rest in thankfulness this day, allowing Spirit to go before us, making our way its way. And that way is oh so good. Thankful, thankful, thankful. Allow and let it be so. Simply because it is so. Amen.
Thank you, Akili. You going to stick around and do the closing benediction? I keep wanting to call you Rev. So thank you so much for joining us for this Way of Meditation service. I'm sure you're giving Akili some love on the chat. Well deserved. Thank you for that beautiful opportunity to join together. And now it's our giving opportunity. So as Reverend Michael says, the consciousness with which we give is the consciousness with which we receive. And so I invite you, as we have received already, as you have received through the peace and the harmony and the balance in the soak sound frequency coming through, the music that we heard, as you have received through Akili's wisdom teachings, as we have received by community gathering all around, from this place of giving, if you like now, we enter into the law of circulation by giving. And so if you already know that's your jam and that's what you do, you can go forth and begin your giving. We are grateful already. There are many ways that we can give here at Agape. On Agape's website, you're on a safe, secure site. You can press the donation button now. And we welcome all donations, whether you're streaming, whether you're archiving, always right on time. On our Agape Facebook page and on Reverend Michael's Facebook page, there's a donation button there that you can use. You can also click on the link on our YouTube page to make your donation. Text to donate at 424-321-6243 and plug in the word give. And then, of course, you can always mail it in, Agape International Spiritual Center, 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. And we've always got the QR code. So what I invite you to do, because we're a practicing community, we're not like a voyeur community where we sit and just watch. We're here to participate. So if you want to participate in this practice of giving, I invite us all to move into that frequency of generosity, the frequency of gratitude, become aware of of what it is that you're grateful for, we attract at the level of our energetic frequency, so we can practice causing ourselves to get super grateful right now. What are you so grateful for? I'm grateful for the calm in Achilles' voice. I'm grateful for the wisdom that moves through him. I'm grateful for Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. I'm grateful for our Agape community. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for the calm that my body feels after meditating. Become aware of what it is that you're grateful for, and then from that place of gratitude, you can place your hands over whatever device you're giving or over a check and just allow the energy. Imagine, see, sense, visualize, pretend that energy moving through you to go straight through that device, so that as we give financially, we're giving energetically, and know already that everything you give turns into illumination and light and power and goodness all around the world. Feel how good that feels as we enter this stream, this flow of generosity. And I simply bless all the offerings as they are coming in right now, saying, and so it is. Amen. It's the practice, it's the practice, it's the practice. And so as you continue practicing, I can invite you to multitask so you can continue your giving as I share a few highlighted announcements for today. And as you hear these highlighted announcements, you can also go to agapelive.com to get more information about any of the items that I mention and to find out about all of our weekly offerings. All times listed are Pacific Daylight Savings Time. Have you signed up yet for Agape University's new course, 5 Aramaic Words You Really Want to Know? They will heal your heart. With master practitioner and Aramaic scholar Reverend Dr. Joanne Coleman. Class begins this Tuesday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. Don't miss this deep dive into decoding some of the Bible's most misinterpreted and misunderstood teachings. Reverend Joanne presents a clear and accurate translation of Jesus' teachings, so be prepared to have fun, because you know you will with Reverend Joanne, and at the same time, learn to open to this timeless wisdom. Class will be streamed live via Zoom for 5 consecutive Tuesdays. All classes will be recorded and available for viewing immediately after each session. Register today at agapelive.com. This week's guest on Reverend Michael's Take Back Your Mind podcast is one of the world's most requested inspirational speakers, best-selling author, media personality, and founder and CEO of Motivating the Masses, Inc. That's Lisa Nichols. Plus, Reverend Michael will answer your life question of the week and guide you in meditation. Watch or listen to Take Back Your Mind with Michael B. Beckwith on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe or follow to receive alerts when new shows drop each Wednesday. And if you're seeking insight, spiritual insight into your finances, health, life purpose, or world events, then go ahead and email Reverend Michael at podcast@michaelbeckwith.com. Your question may be featured as the life question of the week on the Take Back Your Mind podcast with Michael B. Beckwith. Share your first name and location. As I mentioned, for meditation today, you've been listening to the SOAK sound frequency therapy, the clinically proven healing protocol that pairs positive affirmations with specific sound frequencies, up to 30 different frequencies that they have, and you can choose from to provide energetic and cellular alignment. SOAK has a magnificent new immersion program featuring Reverend Michael. It's called Limitless Living. 21 days of being immersed in teachings and practices by Reverend Michael. You can go to soak.com, that's SOAAK.com, use code AGAPE50, and receive a 7-day free trial and 50% off of all the frequencies for the life of the subscription. Sign up today to soak up Reverend Michael's new immersion program, Limitless Living, and get your soak on today. Also today at 2 p.m., the Agape Wise Ones invite our 50-plus community to Zoom with the Agape Wise Ones. Go to agapelive.com, click on the Agape Wise One banner to register. And Agape family, take note, in case you're in the LA area and you planned on swimming to Agape today, don't do it. Saban Theater is closed. All services in August are live stream only. That's very, very good news. The Saban Theater is renovating the lobby. We look forward to welcoming you all right back here in our brand new space September 3rd. Calling all love revolutionaries, get the official birthday t-shirt. Add Agape's newest Revolutionary of Love design to your summer rotation. It is available for purchase at the Agape shop online. Thank you so much for your listening. Thank you for your generosity. And now, as we continue that practice of generosity and giving, I invite you once again to join me as we bless everything that has been given. I'm grateful to stop in this moment. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited, so appreciative already for all the generosity, all the financial gifts that have come in for our streamers, from those archiving all around the world, knowing that these gifts up-level Agape, that they benefit all of our staff members, our ability to up-level our technology, to get more and more teachings out to more and more folks all around the world. I'm so grateful for this generosity. I bless all the givers, knowing that they are divinely and richly resourced as well. All is well in this Agape International Spiritual Community. So grateful, so thankful, and I simply allow it to be, saying, and so it is. Amen. And so I invite you, wherever you are, if you're able to rise, you can go ahead and rise up as we have our closing chant, and then we will be blessed with a benediction by Akili Beckwith. Thank you so much for joining us for this beautiful way of meditation service.
That brings me pain. Now is a time for me to let go of the shame. The past behind me, I see anew. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
How good it is to allow our eye to be singular, knowing that our body and our body of affairs is full of light. So this morning we remember that we came from light. We will always be in the light and always allow the light to be itself through us. We are vibrational, radiant beings. We accept that. We accept the charge of light bearers, and we hold the light wherever we go, allowing the Spirit of the living God to be our eyes, our ears, and the words that we speak. Being thankful for all that is and all that will be revealed through us uniquely and as the sacred body known as the Agape International Spiritual Center. Indeed, it's all good all the time in God. Allow and let it be so. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Aho. Alhamdulillah. Go forth and multiply.